Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Gears Esports APAC Regional Series. And we are heading into round number 2 now of Phase 1, Week 1. It's a Swiss qualifier, so we've got 6 rounds for you. We just had round number 1 on screen. We had the Pineapple Lumps taking down E-Team 7-2, so a really strong teamwork victory for the Pineapple Lumps. And anybody who's in New Zealand will know why I'm saying Pineapple Lumps in the way that I'm saying it. Of course, shout out to Cadbury, who've just moved their factory out of Dunedin and won't be making Pineapple Lumps in New Zealand anymore, but they will be expecting us to buy. And I don't know how I feel about buying things from a company that won't work here. Very socialist of me. But nevertheless, I digress. We are going to be heading into round number 2. Let's get a bracket up on a screen for you so that you can see exactly what that looks like. And there you go. There's the bracket. So round number 2, we have 3 matches to choose from, because on the left over there you can see Team Mystic APAC have been 7-0'd by Assault, and that is because they are actually a no-show. So they checked in, but they are a no-show. Nevertheless, they didn't show up for their first match. So free win there for Assault. Shout out to Assault and Illusionist, who is their captain. And who contacted me as soon as we announced that we were going to be having a Gears Season 2 hosted by GameStar. He is the captain of one of the Indian teams that has entered today. Of course, the other Indian team is Team Mystic APAC. So a bit of a mixed result from Team India, shall we say, at the moment. So of the 3 matches that we've got there, only one of them hasn't got a team in it that hasn't been on stream yet. So round number 2, we're going to have Dubbing Down versus the Checkm8s. And we're just setting up the lobby right now with them. We're going to have the Checkm8s on COG with... Dubbing Down on COG and the Checkm8s on the Swarm. So while we're waiting for that to get set up, just a reminder of what Phase 1 is going to be looking like as it starts here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 qualifiers. They're all going to have 6 rounds of Swiss bracket in each of those 3 qualifiers. Teams earn points by winning rounds inside of their game. So if a team loses a match 7-6, it's not actually that bad, because they still walk away with 6 points going onto the leaderboard. After 3 qualifiers, we add up all of the points, and the top 4 go through the finals. The finals will be on the 10th of December, right here on mixer.com/GameStar. And all 4 teams that get invited to that finals event will be in the money, starting at about $1,500 for first place, going all the way down to about $250 for 4th place, and numbers in between for 2nd and 3rd. It's all in US dollars, so teams are making bank. Now, I think if we head on over to the lobby now, that we will be able to see that the teams are pretty much ready. Made in Oz, how are we looking?
Yeah, we're looking pretty good at the moment. We're just waiting on... Sure. Even... Easy. Sorry.
Hang on, sorry, man. Your mic like cut out 4 or 5 times in that sentence. So, do you want to have another go at it and just let us know how we're looking?
Yeah, sorry. No, if that's a bit better. We're pretty much
better.
all set to go. We're just waiting on the last person to join up now, and we'll be able to get this underway. We'll just wait for him to join, let them do their swap positions if they need, and then we can get it underway.
All right, superb. So we will hopefully get that for you in a mo. And of course, the second map is going to be... what is the second map? It's going to be Dam. So... what would you say are the principal differences between Dam and what we just saw, Forge Blitz?
Well, they played very similar in that whole control. So on Dam, your B hill area is where you want to hold, where you want to lock down on the first half, and then on the second half, you've got the plat control. So for me, it's whoever gets set up the most and establishes the map control in the middle of the map. So this map is very much divided by the middle of the map being the B and E hill, so the plat and the fuel station area. So it just depends on who gets the initial kills, who sets up the best, and whether or not the other team's actually able to break that setup.
All right, looks like the players are ready.
Yep. One thing I just want to highlight, I think Mo and Younghan to change their characters. They're playing as the same character, except one's a Black Steel iteration, so they'll just need to change that. So I'll just message Mo really quickly, let them know they need to fix that up, and then we'll get it underway.
All right, so just getting ourselves sorted out for round number 2, and a shout out to everybody that has tuned in to watch our first match. It's fantastic. Hopefully, as we go along with the broadcast, we'll be able to bring more and more to you. So not just the action from the Gears players, but we're going to be putting together a couple of giveaways and things like that, just to encourage you to have a little bit more fun and walk away with a bit of swag. We've got some questions going through in our Discord regarding the rules, so hopefully FXM is on top of those. Shout out, of course, to FXM, who is looking after admin duties for us today as we work our way through. And look, we expect a couple of delays today here and there. Players are getting used to a new set of rules. They are getting used to a new way of doing things, and it's a learning experience for all of us. So hopefully we'll be ready to go soon.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good at the moment. I think that's about what we need. So I think we're just about ready to get this underway. So I'm going to start it up and we'll get the ball rolling.
All right, take it away.
All right. So yeah, like I was highlighting earlier, for me, I think it more comes down to who wins the initial over the B side of the map and who's able to hold it the best and whether or not the other team's able to break it. For me, the big fights come right at the initial on the first half, and same goes for the second one of the plat fight. Just depends on who's hitting their shots and who's crossing for each other. So on paper, pure skill-wise here, I'd have to say we'd be looking at, I mean, just based on the team's roster, I'd have to say that we'd be looking at dubbing down here to take this first map. But that being said, it could go either way. We do have some pretty strong shooters on both teams, so it's going to be a good match, I think.
Shout out to Dubbing Up, who asked me if they could play best of 3s today instead of best of 1s. And I had to say no, not just because it's in the rules, but can you imagine playing 6 rounds of best of 3s? We'd be here until tomorrow, and it's a public holiday here in New Zealand tomorrow, but in Aussie I believe they don't respect Labour Day, so you know they don't pay homage to Labour Day like we do here in New Zealand. We're with Zamd as he heads on past the A site as Swarm heading through. He's going to push into the middle there. 1v1 versus a bit of smoke. There was a flash of a play going past, but he took a shot, maybe peppered his backside a little bit, but that was it. And we are into the game.
So yeah, was in a bit of a 1v fight there. Quick, so he's rotated over here to help his team on the B, but it looks like Mo should have secured that kill. That should have been a free kill for Mo. So it's a 3v2 situation in favour of the Cog here, but the Locust team does have a bit of backup. So Flair got a big kill there. Dub is going down. So it looks like the Cog team, he got chunked there. Mo did really well. So it looks like the Locust team is actually going to be able to secure this B side. Unless Shrek here can do something massive. Shrek, no, he does get chunked by Mo. So Mo got a pretty easy headshot and a bit of a teabag as well. Enjoying himself. So looks like the Locust team have secured the B site now, so they should be just trying to set up, sit down together, get ready for a crossfire, and they should be able to go from here.
We should introduce a teabag award or something like that. If we catch it on stream and you teabagged a player and it was actually a good play, we might have to start sending something over to you. So shout out to FXM. He's just given the instructions to other teams. They may start their matches as we head on over. We're with You So Easy at the moment as he defends the B side right now all by himself. And now he's going to head on off there, finds his Nasher, finds a target, has a little bit of support there, gets a second in a row. It wasn't a second in a row. He participated in one. Oh, he gets gibbed. Checkm8s takes him out from behind and is now going to head into a one-on-one situation. Takes down one, but gets pulled down by the crossfire from the Lancer, and in comes Flair to clear them off.
No, he did tap up though. He tapped up. That was a bit of misplay. If he gets a kill here, that could have been disastrous. So there is still a 1v1 here between Young Han and Flair here. So it looks like it's actually a 2v1. So Flair will go down. Looks like the Cog should be able to take B control here, unless Desky, Mo, and Dubbing Up can hold off here. So looks like they are actually able to just hold off on the push a little bit here. The Locust team have got good crosses, so for me, I feel like the COG team should be pulling out now. They shouldn't be getting caught up here because they are sort of stuck in a bad spot.
Well, Smarty AU's not listening to you, mate. He's headed on in. He's shouting banzai and looking for some kills. He gets himself out of trouble, but not before he enticed one of his teammates to follow him in. Now they're getting taken down. Frags falling left, right, and center in favor of the Swarm. And it is a very, very strong hold at the moment by the Checkmates.
So Desky in a 1v1. Nobby needs to back up. Navita dies. So Nobby should have just ran away there. Noticed that he's dropped. Noticed that he was caught out of position, that he was being their kill, and he needed to back up. So we do use the terminology, you're being their kill. It means you're too far up and you need to back up. So that's exactly what Shrek would have been calling, but he was just, yeah, not backing up. So if Desky manages to get this kill here, that's huge. Desky did really well to get that kill. Even though he dies, he still did the right play there and managed to get it. So the Locust team are going to win this round because they did get their home. It is 209, 210 now to 187. So for me, it was just about the Locust controlling that hill and playing together as a unit. So there was a few misplays, but they did establish the domination with Mo crossing for everyone and Dub having a good cross as well. They did manage to hold down that middle map, and on the B hill there, that's exactly what you need to do. Hold down the middle map, hold down the entrances to the B station at pumping station there, and then they can't get through. So there is going to be a big fight here at the baby stairs there, right near where they put I believe it's Dubbing Up, and the other person going in, Why You So Easy, I believe it is. Sorry, Dubbing Up, and it was Smarty AU, I believe, playing first front spot there at Baby Stairs. So we'll see how that goes. That's a big fight there to win. So I'm curious to see if Zam plays off of that on the front spawn. I think he will. If he takes that position, he'd be in the best area to succeed. So we'll see how this fight goes down here. So he does get a big one-shot on Dub. That was a big kill. And he doesn't manage to save Shrek there, but he does take down there. So now it is in favour of the COG team here, but he does go down with nades and didn't manage to pull him out. So if he dies here, which he will, Mo will pick up that kill, and there's no nades on the map at the moment. So Mo's going to run into the B site here, cross for his team, and they should be able to secure down this B area.
Beautiful play, Mr. Sam pops out the Nasher, gets a kill, gets the Lancer down, gets the crossfire going through its flare in support with him defending the B site at the moment. Checkm8s now trying to work his way around.
Yeah.
Where can he go? He's got some support though from Zand. So the two of them are trying to push in. Smarty AU comes through as well, gets the gib down onto one defender, goes in for a second. They're fighting in the smoke. It's not enough. Dubbing Up clears him away and gets himself well positioned to chase away the remaining COG players holding position.
So one thing to highlight, obviously, if you're new to the game, you won't know that Jim Bob, or also known as Shrekman on the other team, are actual teammates in the professional Australian team Mindfreak. So they're definitely going to be the leaders of their teams, calling what should be done, what shouldn't be done. Dub is playing very aggressive here. If he manages to get a couple of kills, it's awesome. If he dies, he's kind of putting his team on the back foot. But they are going for this triple cap domination. If Dub can secure these kills, that should be an easy triple cap. But he does go down, so it looks like the COG are going to be able to hold off for a little bit now. So he did get caught out. That's, again, one of those plays by Dub that's high risk, high reward. If he manages to get those 2 kills, it's a round win. If he doesn't, he puts his team on the back foot here where they're going to be able to, they're going to get slayed out of B. So I don't want to say that it's Dub's fault, but because of that play, it feels to me now that the COG are going to be able to establish, the ground control over this map and get the map control they need to be able to bring this back within range. So with that being said, the Locust team are ticking away. The score is building. That obviously doesn't mean a lot in escalation here because the trip cap can just nullify all that. So COG team are securing the B site now. They are getting the B hill. To me, it's all just how they hold it and whether or not they want to play up on the triple cap.
So there you go, 2 points now in favour of, or 2 hills in favour of the COG, and they are going to start catching up on this lead that was built up. I was just thinking, all of that, all of what you said about the high risk, high reward gives the opportunity to the COG team to establish dominance. Whether they're actually able to get it right or not is another question, and they have been able to start coming back, but they get an aggressive play going through themselves, heading on over to the A site. They want to take it themselves. They're looking for the triple cap, realizing that they are probably running out of time at the moment, but the defense is good. We've been following Mr. Sam as he's cleared out one and then clears out a second, and now the Swarm comeback is on.
Yeah, so Swarm have definitely going to win this map now. They win off this round, rather. They win off one hill. So it's the sort of thing. Mo did really well there. get the 2-3 kills on the home hill. He went large. They really needed to secure that kill. He was sitting in the clutch truck there and managed to reap the rewards. The COG team were just sort of running at him, and he just sat there and picked them off one by one. So it's, for me, when someone's sitting in that home hill, you just need to go. If you play close, you're going to get chunked almost every time, especially when it's a player like Mo that's notorious for hitting his shots. So for me, the COG did have the right idea. It was just the execution that lacked a bit for me.
Shout out to MacLife, who points out that you do have Labor Day in Australia, but I don't think it's on the 23rd of October. So,
No,
you know, you get half a point there, mates. That's like you've captured point A, but I still hold B and C as we roll out now. We're following Zand on the COG, looking for a big round from him as he heads on up into the middle area. Faces up against Dubbing Up, takes him down, but it's only in the knee, and he gets met from behind. Oh, that's fantastic. Two of them down, but not completely out. Dubbing Up gets revived and gets the gib on him, though. So an excellent piece of play, but unfortunately the follow-up from the Swarm much better than the follow-up from the COG, and Dubbing Up now well in control.
Dubbing Up just has the less fire in everyone. I don't really like the play, but it worked. So who am I to question him? He's the Dubbing Up. He's not known for doing the normal thing, and it worked for him. So there is a massive fight going on the home hill here for the triple cap. It looks like Swarm are going to have a really quick, easy round.
They do indeed. So after two, wouldn't say very close, but relatively close rounds into round number 3, and occasionally we get those massive triple caps that come through before 30 points have been put on the board. So here we go. It's 0-3 at the moment. The donut on the board right now for Dubbing Down. So Dubbing Up and the Checkmates living up to their name. Dubbing Down, not quite being the prophetic name that they were hoping for.
Yeah, for me, it's they're just getting caught out of position. So Drek, being the in-game leader, really, trying to structure his team, telling them where to play, where to OE, where to sit back a bit, and who to shoot for. I mean, it is hard trying to control every play style in the game, but I feel like that's kind of where they're lacking a little bit. They don't really have that structure as a team. They're sort of just trying to take their fights and hope for the best. So that situation in the last round there, it was a bit unfortunate for Zand on Plaid. He could have had 2 kills there. So Nobita just went huge and got a big 2-piece on Plaid. He's OEing straight away to their home hill, so he's going to have I'm pretty sure Mo will take this because Nobita doesn't know he's there, so Mo has a retro as well. So should be a pretty easy kill here for Mo if he manages to go wide, but he is getting crossed out, so maybe not. The COG is getting a triple cap, so if Nobita can win this hill, it will be a triple cap.
It's not to be, though. He gets taken down. The COG domination tonight, so close, but they're getting some good ticking up going along right now, heading fast to the 40. It's on still, though. The triple cap might still happen, though, as they maintain the massive mayhem here on the A point. Finally, it's 3 men standing for the COG, and they turn it around after getting triple cap themselves in round number 3. Round number 4, they come through with an extremely aggressive play and take the donut off the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobita did really well there. Nobita's not really known too well in the community. He's definitely improved quite drastically. Winning that massive 2v1 on Plat there is what gave his teammates the really strong foothold they needed. And I like how he didn't hesitate. As soon as he got the second kill on Plat, he was OEing straight to the Locust team home hill. That's really the kind of plays that you need. It was just unfortunate he didn't manage to win that 1v1, but his team come through and ended up winning the round for him. So big plays by Nobita there. I really like that.
So there's been a question in Discord, quick admin question that I'll answer. The highest seeded team gets to choose faction during the Swiss rounds. VXM, if you can just pass that on to the players. We are following Zand at the moment. In fact, let's switch on over to Nobita, who is up in the middle there. He's got a little bit of support with him. He's following Zand now as he heads on out there, but he gets shot in the back of in the back of his ass, really, more than anything else. Yuso Easy finishes him off, heads on around to A, as this seems to be like a little bit of a thing that the COG wants to do, trying to cap that A and then
So there is going to be a big 1v1 here. Shrek is going to be trying to force Why You So Easy out of this position. So one teammate is going to be coming off spawn. So Why You So Easy is going to be caught guard. He is running towards the middle of the map. If the COG team can win their home and hold the enemy's home hill, they will get a triple cap here. So it comes down to the fight on the sea hill, but it looks like they will get another. Oh no, they did manage. Lux team did just get a touch on the sea hill, but it's not enough. Smutty and Shrek finishing them off. So that was another 2 big rounds coming in from the COG. They're, making a bit of a statement. They're finishing the rounds within a minute 2, both rounds exactly, actually. So they're definitely not out of this game, but it looks like one of the players has disconnected. Looks like that was actually dubbing up. So I'm not sure how we want to go about this. Do we want to play the round or?
No. The rules say if there's a player disconnection, then we get a 3-minute pause. And players have to stay in spawn. So I don't know if there's any way of communicating that in-game to the players. They should stay in spawn. That's what the rules say. So if anybody leaves spawn, technically they're in breach of the rules.
I believe, Crosses, if you're on PC, you can type in the chat, in the game chat. There should be an option there for you to type in the game chat.
Left, right. I'll see if I can find something there.
So I don't know how they're going to play this. So it looks like they are staying in spawn, the Locust team are. So the COG team doesn't look like they are. No, they are. They're all staying in spawn. Okay, good. They're all just chilling. So yeah, if you press U on your keyboard there, you should be able to type in the game chat, but they all stay in spawn anyway, so.
There you go. I don't know if that actually went through, though.
Doesn't look like it. Normally pops up in the global chat. I mean, I could have my global chat off.
Yeah, I think you might too, because it's showing on my screen as having gone through.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, they are staying in spawn anyway, so that's fine.
All right, so that's a 3-minute pause. So the rules say there's a 3-minute pause if there's a player disconnection. So after 3 minutes, if the player still hasn't arrived, we play with a man down. So I'll just put...
So there's a timer on there if you hold the scoreboard. If you bring up the scoreboard, there's a timer up there, so that'll show 3 minutes from the round start.
Oh, there you go. So let's look at a couple of the carries that are going through at the moment. We've got Smarty AU for dubbing down with 14 kills and just 5 downs. And on the opposing team, well, we don't know what dubbing up was looking at, but at the moment, 13 and 8 is the top scorer. Sam at 23Q.
Yeah, so I believe Dub was sitting at the top there with the most kills, most downs as well, if I recall correctly. So hopefully he can get back in here soon. He's not really known for disconnecting, so I'm not sure what's happening now. Hopefully he can get back fairly quickly. He didn't go offline. It looked like he was still online, so I'm not sure what's happened.
Now, neither of these teams have posted that they've had a player disconnection and thus a pause in Discord. So for those of you who are watching the live stream and those of you who will watch the VOD later on and look to enter the competition, there is a requirement in the rules that you post in Discord that you have got a player disconnection and that there is a pause underway. And the reason we do that is because the admins need to be able to know whether a pause has been called at all, and can adjudicate if the pause goes too long or if a second pause occurs or anything like that. And of course the reason for that is because we're playing Swiss bracket matches, we really need players, we need the matches to continue. So if
so at the 3 minute mark, are they continuing playing 4v5?
That is correct.
Okay, you might want to just post that quickly in the global chat because the teams may not be aware. Yeah, they're going anyway, they're playing. For some reason. It's been over 3 minutes though since he disconnected, so technically they're still playing correctly. So they are playing now, they're playing for the, looks like they're playing now, just doing the standard 4v5 plays here. For some reason the COG team are not fighting for that E-heal, they are trying to fight over here. So there was a talk bow put down in the pit area near the plat, so they are going to be trying to establish that plat control for the nades and for that talk bow. Doesn't look like the talk bow has actually been picked up yet, I could be mistaken, but I don't believe it has been. So the COG team have obviously established plat control, established the home hill and B. So it looks like it should be pretty easy for the COG here to take this 5, not having their lead slayer or their in-game leader. So it's going to come down to the kills, who gets aggressive, who's able to hold strong as a team and go from there.
All right, and there was the 3-minute timer that I had set, but of course I set it a few minutes, well, about a minute late. So play has continued. We still only have a 4 versus 5 and not really sure. So Dubbing Up has just posted in Discord that it is not allowing him to reconnect. Is there something that you can do as the host to re-invite him or something?
No, nothing I can do other than to the game. About it. Which I have done, so yeah, no, nothing further I can do. Just got to try and connect.
Well, unfortunately, Play is going to have to continue at a 4 versus 5 situation until he is able to reconnect. So my advice, Dubbing Up, is just keep trying, please.
Alright, so it looks like he's posted in the Discord here that he wants someone to try and take his spot. I believe it might have been one of their subs, so if his sub is linked in the team bracket on the challenge, he will be able to get in here and play this 5v5 again. So just going back to the gameplay, there was a wave of kills going down in favour of the COG, so the COG do have the map control. Desky does have the torque bow in their home hill, so if he's able to get a kill or two with that, they may actually be able to make something happen here. So they do have a retro and a torque bow to work with, but why he's so easy is in a bit of a spot of bother at the moment. He is trying to push up on baby stairs to get that plat control, but I believe he will die if he pushes here. He will just get crossed out. So pretty standard round here for COG. They can take it slow, cross for each other, make it so the Locust team has to make the move. They will win off one hill at this point, so they can kind of just spread themselves out a little bit, wait for the Locust team to push through, and should be able to get a free wave of kills. As I say, that Flare does get 2 and will be wrapping to their home hill. He is decapping that now, so if the Locust team can win this fight at B, which they're not going to, they might be fine. So way so easy is pushing in, but Jim's retro is just too strong. His crosses is just unbelievable. So, he's just crossing at everyone.
So just remind me, Made in Oz, when we get to half time and which is now, right?
Yes.
So the spawn timers get reset, and do the weapons get reset as well?
They do. The weapons and the spawn timer gets reset.
So let's remake the game, please. So it's 3 all at the moment. We'll remake the game and get Dubbing Up in.
Just with that, I won't be able to start it from the second half, though.
That's fine. So it'll be the first. So we'll have 3 versus 3. I'll just keep score over here.
Yep. No, that's fine. Not a problem. That's fine. We'll take it back, get them in. They can just play the first half
back into the slot. So what I'll do is I'll just explain to the players in Discord exactly what's going on. So I'm going to go a bit quiet for a moment.
Yeah. No, that's okay. They can just play the first. It is unfortunate there. It looked like the Locust team were looking good. I mean, the COG team did follow the rounds there, but they were looking pretty good. They were controlling getting the kills they needed, so it's a bit unfortunate that Dubbing Up dropped out there. They may have been able to carry that momentum. So hopefully it doesn't work in the favour of the COG team here and they can actually get back in this one. All right, so Dubbing Up is back in the restarting this on the first half. So yeah, I think Jim's a bit confused. So because Jim said they're hard with it, so it depends on whether or not how they're gonna make it go. So it looks like they're both wanting to get it up to 3-3 to get the second half spawns underway. Yeah, all right. All right, not a problem. So we'll just play the first half again, first to 4.
Cool. Yeah, that's correct. So we're just sorting it out in Discord, ladies and gentlemen, just explaining to the players. They were thinking that they were going to do 6 3 caps in a row just to get it to 3-3 all. And the main reason was because they wanted the points to change, because the second half is a different set of points, of course. But we don't really have time. It's a Swiss bracket, and it will delay the Swiss bracket by too much. So we will go back to the players after this and say, look, is this the best way to handle it? Isn't it? It seems pretty unusual that somebody disconnects and then can never, ever reconnect again. So hopefully it's not something that we come up too often. But we will talk about it with the community when things get underway. So after today, just to make sure that we have the right approach. So we're heading into Dam once again. Even though the scores say 0-0 right now, it is going to be 3-all to each of the teams, which means the first to 4 is going to be the winner today.
Yeah, that's it. So first to 4, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, Dummy Up doesn't disconnect again. He posted to actually restart his Xbox, so I don't know what happened there. But yeah, unfortunately, he wasn't able to connect back in time. So we will play the first halves again. I'd imagine the big fights are going to happen on Baby Stairs and in the B Hill again. So curious to see if the momentum from the COG team is going to be able to pull through, or if it's going to be delayed now that they had to restart. So we'll see if the Locust team here can establish the same dominance they did the first 3 rounds.
So I guess there's an argument for Lord Jim's team, Checkm8s team, that is, that they had the domination early on this point configuration. So they might feel as though they've got the advantage here as they go in. As we say that, though, the COG are rolling in. They've captured A. They are about to capture B. And if the aggressive styles of the previous couple of rounds are any indication, they might go in for the high-risk, high-reward play and go for C as well.
Yeah, so it looks like the COG have managed to continue that momentum that they established there just before diving up to 3 rounds they had. So it looks like here they are fighting, keeping this middle map under control. For me, this is exactly what you need to do. They are spread out pretty well here. They do have a fairly good setup. It's all just going to come down to the next wave of kills and if the Locust team are able to catch anyone out of position. So there is a big 2v3 fight going on. Mo got a massive kill there on Sam. That was a big kill. So the Locust team have slayed out the COG team. That's 3 down now for the 4 down now. So they're off spawn, only 1 alive. So they are off spawn. Looks like they should be able to push in and get B here. I believe that player did just go down, so that was smarty. So he did, but he does have a revive. So big plays, but looks like Locust are on board for a triple cap. So if Mo can hold this fight off, they will be able to get it. But the players off spawn did decap their home anyway. So Locust didn't get the triple cap there, but they have got the map control at the moment. Why So Easy is caught way out of position, so he's going to go down. He will be cleaned up here. So it's just going to come down to now whether or not we're able to actually hold the B side here. So we'll see how the next lot of kills go down. The COG are flooding in. So for me, Locust needs to be calling here. They need to be calling for all their help. Get everyone over here. Fight for this hill. Keep the map control and hold the B hill. If they don't, I feel like they're all going to get slayed out. They're going to get pushed into spawn and they're just going to be stuck.
We're following Desky at the moment, and he's got a great view from I guess it's the south, I don't know, as in roll the COG, but it doesn't matter. The COG are getting fragged down one after the other. They've cut the point, but Desky is able to roll on in there and grey it out. Gets the chase on, though. Doesn't want things to go all the way, so it's interesting he's decided not to cap the point. Any reason why he would do that, Nate?
Yeah, he's trying to push up to cross for his team to help his teammates out. So he knew they were being pushed back, so he was trying to shoot for his team, trying to make sure they weren't left in a 1v1 fight. It is questionable. I think it was the right play to make. He did definitely make the right call, so it just comes down to whether or not his team was actually able to slay it. So it looks like the COG team are getting slayed out again here. So the COG team will win off 1 point. So the Locust team will win off 1 point. So the COG team needs to push in, get a break on their home, get a break on B. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. So for me, the Locust team did really well there. You saw if the COG team won the initial. They had the map control. They were shooting for each other. They did well, but then Dubbing Up and his crew rolled through B and managed to pick up 3 quick, easy kills and just took that map control away from them. So that was really good to see that they took their time with that push. They didn't just rush in. They just sat down, waited, pushed in together, and they just took it from them.
So if you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, we had to restart this match at 3-all. So it says 0-1 at the moment. It's currently 4-3 in favour of the Checkm8s.
It is, yeah. So we've only got to play here. It's first to 4 at the moment. So whoever can get there next is obviously going to take this map. So it's a good start here from the Lux team, especially considering they lost the initial there. So that was very well played by them. Dub does get a missed smoke here, though, fighting at the baby stairs. So that could be a potentially disastrous fight. So we'll see how this goes down.
With Sam, 23Q, as he heads on away from A. Looks to get some crossfire going on to B. Camps down, gets the roll through. It's a bit of a lull roll though, and then he backs away as the rest of his team carries things for him. No, it doesn't get carried. Great play from Yogahan, who takes down 2 in a row to set his team up, to set the COG team up. But nevertheless, oh yeah, they come rolling in to B to try and get 2 points in their control.
So that was a bit of a mess going on there in the middle fight. It was very scrappy. It was not very organised. You're going to have a lot of those fights in Gears of War. So the COG team did manage to come out on top by the skin of their teeth. So it was a bit of a messy fight, but they did pull out. So this is a similar sort of situation we saw last round where they were able to establish the initial control, but then lost it off the bat. So we'll see here if the Lux team are able to get a good break, see if they're able to push in as a cohesive unit, and see if they can get that domination in. I'm interested to see how the next lot of kills are going to go. So Dub picks up a massive 2-piece. That's huge. That's really put his team in the best position possible. So they're going to be pushing in here on this B side from either side. Dub is pushing up on Younghan, so he should be able to get this kill unless Shrek can come back and help him in this 2v1 fight. So he does go down. He is crossed out. So it looks like Lux team have, again, just broken that setup from the COG. So they're just doing this too easily. They're just running in. They're just getting the kills. The COG team aren't really able to set up a good defense. So Shrek does get a massive kill there. Gets really good crosses. Gets a second one on Mo. And has one last one here on Flare. If Shrek is able to get this, he's gone massive for his team. He's playing this really smart, playing wide, keeping his team alive.
All right, we're following Shrek at the moment as he sneaks his way around, looking for some position. He's not sticking his head out at the moment. COG have got 2 points in control. A nice little turnaround for them after dropping the 2 rounds. He's got a view of A right now, which I think is what he's looking at. Spots a couple of swarm coming through, then the third, maintaining position. This is great. He's going to work around. Dubbing up is, you can see in the truck or in the ute, really defending point A as Shrek books it out of there. He's gone red, but is out of danger right now. Here comes the roll in through from the swarm onto point number C, and it's good. They've got the capture going right now.
So for me, Shrek played that perfectly. He kept his team in the map control. So he did rotate off. He held his, got the information for his team, moved up, stayed alive, got some kills. He played that perfectly. It's just unfortunate that the Lux team managed to push through. So big team kill there. If Dub can win off this, that was a big mistake there by Zam. So if Dub can win that, which he does, he just punished that misplay. But the COG team will cap their home. They are going to take this round as they're only 3 points away from winning. Unless they can get a break, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that was definitely on the back of Checkm8s there. Shrek played that perfectly. Once he realised his team was getting slayed out there on the push onto the B hill, Shrek OE'd. He got the kills he needed. He ran away, played his life, got the information he needed, held the map control, rotated back through to B. He just played that awesomely. So as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, Shrek is the in-game leader for the Australian Gears of War professional team Mindfreak. So they will be going over to Dallas very shortly. So it's no surprises that Checkm8s are dubbing up as our teammates are sitting at the top of their leaderboards respectively. They're both, nasty players, and it's showing on the scoreboards.
So just waiting for shock grenades to get placed in the end there, and I wonder how things are going to work out. So when does Dallas actually take place?
I believe it was supposed to be Mexico City not long ago.
Yeah, but that's been moved.
Dallas.
It's moved
it was. So yeah. I'm not sure. I believe it's the end of next month. I remember seeing it was only announced probably 3 days ago, I think, actually. I'm not entirely sure on the dates.
So I do know that we were told what schedule we needed to stick to, and we were told to give the end of November, or keep the end of November clear. So I think that supports what you were speculating just then. As we follow Zand, who hasn't found any sort of engagement yet. He's going to find one now, though. He's maybe got the wrong gun out, but it doesn't matter because his opponent is running, and he takes him down. That's a crucial kill, taking down the carry, dubbing up by Zand, and now he heads on around, tries to finish things off on the C point, but Yuso Easy is there, takes him down, and now the Swarm in control, heading on around to the A point and looking for a triple cap. Can they do it as Young Hand comes in, 5 seconds to go. They're rolling in now, doesn't get a touch, he gets stopped in his tracks, dead by a fantastic shot. And the Swarm head on into the lead. It is now 6-4 is the score right now. So match point for the Checkmates.
So it looks like we have had another player team this. So we have had, looks like, I'm not sure who that was that's dropped out, but someone has definitely disconnected.
Yeah, so somebody from the opposing team. So we'll, fortunately, we've got rounds in hand. So everybody hangs out in spawn. I'll just... and I'll get my timer going on over here. And we're into a pause.
So yeah, hopefully the teams have recognised and they're going to stay in spawn again. I think they should. Looks like they will be. So yeah, they are waiting in spawn. So good start. It's unfortunate that we've had 2 people disconnect within the same game, but unfortunately these things happen. So shout out to MacLife there as well, letting us know here that tournament is actually going to be December 1st to 3rd at the K. Bailey Hutchinson's Convention Centre. So,
alrighty. In fact, it's Avexium who's given us the location. Yeah. So, dubbing up, we disconnected because of your trash host, mate. Is it your host that's been the problem, mate?
No, I don't think it makes much of a difference. I'm not actually the host, so host makes no difference in this game. But someone else is more than welcome to host if they would like. You can host if you'd like the next one, Crisis.
You'd have to tell me how to do that, but I'd be happy to do so on my PC Master Race device.
See if it makes a difference.
Yeah, exactly. So we've had just over a minute of pause while we wait for the 5th player from the
dubbing down team.
Yeah, dubbing down team to join. I'll just see if I can see who it was.
So was it Zamd? No, Zam's still in here.
Zam's still there. Nobody's there. Younghan is still there.
It was Smarty, looks like.
Yeah.
So again, I suppose this is probably where players should get in the habit or that they need a pause, right?
Well, I mean, it is surprising that a competitive esports doesn't have. And why are there people dying?
Because it has been
pot shots?
2 minutes. Yeah, no, it has been about 2 minutes since he disconnected. So don't know if they were actually playing or not. It doesn't look like they were because they killed. So I think they're just messing around in spawn. I don't think they're actually trying to win the round. So I think they're just messing around. From the looks of it, yeah, they are. So they weren't actually playing for the round win. They were just playing around in spawn.
All right. Well, we've got 30 seconds to go, and then we start with a 4v5 situation. Let's just see what's happening in Discord. And I'll see if we can get an answer from Lord Jim. Yeah, like I say, you know, it's a competitive esport. You surely should have a pause because you can't assume that everything's going to be played locally at LAN. And even if you do play everything locally at LAN, you know, things happen.
Yeah, and that's, unfortunately, that's something that developers need. But I guess now we're at the stage where they can start playing again. So it has been about 3 minutes, so the teams can start playing down to 4v5. So I guess it's open season.
It is indeed. So the tables have been turned, and right now the score 2-1. It's match point for the Swarm, so they are in. They have a real advantage at this stage, and might be able to just close this out very, very quickly.
Is it match point though? Because they only have 3 rounds. Pretty sure they need to win 2 more.
Oh yes, you're right. So you're right. So they will go to 5. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So
that's first.
Looks like they did just kill everyone on the team. So here's their next round.
There you go. But for 30 seconds, I was right.
Yeah. So they are on match point now. If they win this next round, they're obviously going to take this series. So it's a bit unfortunate that their player disconnected right near the end, right on the sort of match point sort of era. So hopefully he can get back in for this round, but it's not looking good. So they have put a boom shot down as well. The COG team is going to be sending all their numbers for that boom shot station over towards that B hill. So they are going to be going for a make or break play here. Obviously, if they lose this, they're going to be out, and that's going to be the game over. If they win this, they will be able to get that boom shot and hold the control. So it is going to be off the initial fight. All 4 players from the COG team are fighting for that middle, so are the Locust. So 5 players of the Locust team are going, 4 players of the COG. It's going to be who can play their numbers better.
Oh, in goes Checkm8s. He's managed to get
so
the
Shrek
boom shot.
did get it.
This is the great equalizer. Is he going to be able to use it? No! He gets shocked down. Gets picked up again, though, so it's still in play.
So that's 3 dead on the Locust team. The COG team did really well there, and only 1 alive and no one dead, actually. So way so easy in dubbing up, coming off spawn now. Flare off spawn in about 5 seconds, but with that boom shot control pushing up on the map, this should be a triple cap here for the COG team with that boom shot in hand coming off spawn. So that was the right play. Jim Bob went huge there, so they did get a touch. And there is a team kill coming from Shrek with no kills on the Locust side. So he does get 2 there though, so this should be a cap if he can hold this fight. It's all just whether or not he can get this kill on low.
Oh,
so
he gets the 1 kill. Here comes another as he holds on. COG will dominate. And in a 4v5 situation, Shrek with a huge set of plays pulls one back, and the scores are now 6-5.
Yeah, so looks like 6-5 in the hands of the team can win this fight. I believe the local team can actually get rid of that if they wish. I believe they should be able to. Actually, no, there's already been an X on this half, so no, they can't. So they can't even get rid of that boom shot, which is unfortunate. So if they lose that fight at boom shot again, the round's going to play out the exact same way. So it's honestly who wins the initials, who fights together. If they will not let Jim or Checkm8s run in and get that boom shot again, if they do, there will definitely be another triple cap for them and be on match point either side. So this is a massive fight now. The COG really needs to go large here to make sure they bring this up to match point and stay alive.
Well, we're going to stick with Shrek, who is, of course, Lord Jim, playing on, Checkm8s, the account. Heads on into B, tosses out a grenade, goes through. It's just smoke, though, so looking for some cover. He gets the gun, gets taken down, though. He's heading on around. Can the pickup come through? Oh, a great shock nade onto 2 players. They're both down. Younghan is being cleared away. He's trying desperately to get up. He manages to get up. Oh! And uses
Shrek
the
kills
boom
himself
shot,
and
kills himself, and, hands the round probably over to the Swarm.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a very good shot grenade. If it wasn't for that shot grenade, Jim would have got out of there, or Checkm8s would have got out of there. So with that shot grenade down and the boom shot here, the should be able to secure this triple cap. No worries, it shouldn't be a problem for him. So it looks like we are going to be just about all finished here. Sam does get a touch, so they are still alive for now. So we'll see how they manage to go, but it's not looking good for them at all.
Yeah, it's a massive battle going on at C right now as the final frags come through. There you go. It's cleared away completely. 5 players and a little bit of team killing on them. They know that they've won. And that is 4-2. So a total of 7-5. What an excellent match between these two. A very close match. Dubbing down, unfortunately, not quite enough to take out Dubbing up and the Checkm8s. So that is a victory to the Checkm8s. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had a couple of pauses during that game, so it's gone on a little bit long. Let's have a very quick look at the state of the bracket very quickly, and this is the last game. So as soon as those scores get in, the round will be generated. The next round will be generated. So we'll move on to that very, very quickly as soon as we can. Just a 2-minute break, and then we'll be right back here on mixer.com/GameStar to bring you round number 3 of the Gears Esports APAC Regional Series, Phase 1, Week 1. Longest name ever.